Today is a glorious day here at Fluffy Shop Studios in beautiful Long Beach, California, home of Gabriel Iglesias. I'm here to feature this week a good friend of mine by the name of Steve Simeone, who put on one of the most memorable shows I have ever seen on TV. You're about to check him out. He's funny, he's hysterical. Enjoy him. The wonderful, happy, amazing Steve Simeone.
I've always wanted to be on Comedy Central, but now I just want to be on Comedy Central so my niece and nephews think I'm cool. Because they're always like, Uncle Steve, when are you going to be on Comedy Central? And now I could be like, next week, bitches. Like, I'm so, right? It's going to be awesome. And here's the thing, because they're such amazing kids, but I just want them to grow up to be good people. So that's why the last time I was home, I made them watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The real Willy Wonka. I'm talking 70s style, old school, right? Because they're little kids, and I didn't want them growing up thinking Johnny Depp was Willy Wonka. No. Johnny Depp's an amazing actor. I love the guy. But there's only one real Willy Wonka, and his name is Gene Mother Effin' Wilder, right? And when the first time you saw him, you're like 6 years old, you're watching the movie, and you remember when he comes out of the factory, he's got the cane and the limp and his hat, and you're like, oh, fudge, right? And then he trips, and then he pops up, he's like, I'm Willy Mother Effin' Wonka. You're like, Panama! Best movie ever, right? But it took a long time to get there. That's like an hour into that movie. And here's the thing, when you're 6 years old, an hour is a long time. And when you're 6, you're watching that movie and you're feeling, you don't just watch movies when you're a little kid, you live them. And you remember that movie opens up with Charlie Bucket, the nicest kid in the world, right? And the world's just pooping on his little face. Like he's working 2 goddamn jobs. He's scrubbing floors. He's delivering papers. And the only thing he wants out of life is a goddamn golden ticket. And all those rich kid dicks are opening up. Oh, I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket. I'm 6 looking at the TV. I'm like, do your job, Jesus. Give this kid a goddamn golden ticket. He's working his balls off, right? The first hour, I'm looking at my older brother like, why did you make me watch this? And he's like, keep watching. And that's when Grandpa Joe wakes Charlie up in the middle of the night. You remember that scene where he has the Wonka bar and he's like, show us the gold, Charlie. And my older brother's like, it's about to go down. Mother effing golden ticket! Right, and then Charlie rips it open and he's like, oh, I bet the gold makes the chocolate taste terrible. I was like, son of a bitch! I want justice. Where's his golden ticket, right? I'm at the end of my rope. It's an hour in. When you're 6 years old, an hour is a long time. That's like 4 years to a grown-up. I'm like, I could have been out riding my bike. I could have been building a fort, but no, I'm watching this kid cry his eyes out, and he's at the end of his rope, and that's when he goes to visit his mom. You remember that? When Charlie, he shows up, and he's like, hey, Mom, just in case you were wondering, there's only one more golden ticket left, and if you think I'm gonna get it, you know I'm not gonna get it. And you're looking at his mom like, you thought Charlie's life was bad? How did this bitch not kill herself? She's doing laundry in a giant cauldron like it's the Middle Ages. She's got a wooden stick, and she's looking at Charlie, don't worry, Charlie, things will get better. And he's like, why, Mom? I know they're not gonna get better. Look, I'm only 9, but I've already given up hope. It's okay, I know everything stinks. And then she just looks at him, she goes, Charlie, cheer up, Charlie. That's when me and all my brothers started to cry, okay? Normally, you want your brothers to cry so you can make fun of them, but not during Willy Wonka. Not when she's singing Cheer Up, Charlie. We all just didn't make eye contact. We were like, you cry over there, I'll cry over here. Let's just not even think about it, right? It's the worst. And then the next day, do you remember? They're watching the news. Charlie's grandparents are watching the news, and they're like, that's it. The last golden ticket's been found. And I'm like, this is the worst movie ever. And his grandparents are like, just give Charlie one more night of dreams. What's a little boy have if he doesn't have dreams? Let him get to sleep with his dreams. I'm like, but he's not asleep. He's awake, and he's crying himself to sleep. This is the worst goddamn movie ever, right? And then the next day, he goes to school. You remember his teacher, that British jerk? His own teacher breaks his balls? But he's like, Charlie Bucket, how many Wonka bars did you open? And Charlie's like, 2. And he's like, 2? Why did you only open 2? I'm like, because he's poor, you cocksucker. Have a heart, right? They're sharing beds over there, you prick. They're sleeping 4 to a bed. He brought home a loaf of bread. They said it looked like a banquet. I'm looking at my older brother. I'm like, screw this. I'm not watching this anymore. I'm going to go start a fire. And my older brother's like, keep on watching. It's going to get better. I'm at the end of my rope. I'm so mad. I'm shaking like Hulk Hogan in the sleeper. I'm like, I hate this goddamn movie. And just when I'm ready to end it, I'm trying to stay calm. And Charlie's walking down the street. That's when it all changes. Remember when Charlie's walking down the street and they just play, doo-loo-loo. Look, I was only 6, but I knew, doo-loo-loo. meant some good shit was about to happen. You remember that? He's walking down the street and they play doo-doo-doo, and he sees the gold coin, and my little brother goes, he's gonna buy a Wonka bar. I go, yeah, but all the golden tickets have been found. And Marky goes, no, he's gonna get one because he deserves it. And I go, it's impossible, they've all been found. He goes, no. So then Charlie goes in, he's like, can I buy a candy bar? What's the biggest one you have? And the guy's like, how about a scrum-diddly-umptious? And Charlie just starts eating. Remember, he's like, oh my God, it tastes so good. He's got chocolate over his mouth. He's like, this tastes so much better than bread. And we're happy for him, right? And then he's leaving. And he's such a good kid. He looks at his change and he goes, maybe I should buy a candy bar for my grandfather. And that's when the guy goes, try the regular Wonka bar. Doo-loo-loo. My little brother looks at him and he goes, it's got a golden ticket! It's got a golden ticket! And then Charlie walks out and they're like, imposter! One more golden ticket left. I know it's in there. My little brother knows it's in there. We're so excited. Charlie knows it's in there. He's like, oh, this bitch has got a mother effing golden ticket. Right? Because he doesn't even go for the chocolate. He just rips it open. He's like, I got a golden ticket, bitches! Right? And then, hold on, I'm not in shape. Hold on a second. Right? It's so good. Because he's running home. Slugworth's like, let me buy it. He's like, later, nerd. His grandparents are dancing. He makes it to the factory. Willy Wonka pops up, and you're like, this is the greatest movie of all time. I need another breath. Hold on. Right? But then it gets so good once he gets into the factory because it keeps on teaching lessons. Do you remember that? Because all those rich kid dicks, they start dropping off like flies. Augustus lasted 2 minutes. He was like, chocolate river, and I'm out. Remember that bitch Violet? Remember her? She was like, candy's not good enough. I want gum. And Willy Wonka's like, have this piece, sister. And she's like, what's happening? I'm like, you're gone, bitch. That's what's happening, right? But the best is when Veruca lost it. Remember that? She was like, I want a golden goose. Want, want. She goes down the poop chute. I have not been that happy as a grown-up ever. I was like, later, bitch, goodbye. I was so excited. I've been punching myself in the face, right? It's such a good movie, right? But then you make it all the way through the end of the movie. Do you remember that? And Willy Wonka's going to screw Charlie out of the chocolate. At the end of the movie, he's like, take care. Have a great day. Charlie's like, what about the chocolate? That's when Grandpa Joe gets all gangster. Right? He's like, hey, Charlie, you wait here. I got this. Hey, Wonka, what kind of monster takes a little boy's dreams and smashes them to pieces? That's when Willy Wonka's like, oh, you want to jump bad, bitch? And he pulls the contract out. He's like, you remember signing this? Oh, yeah, you should have remembered because you stole fizzy lifting drinks. It's all there in black and white. I had to wash the ceiling. You lose. Good day, sir. I was like, son of a bitch. Right? I'm just saying if they ended the movie right there, I wouldn't be doing comedy right now. There'd be no reason to grow up and be a good person. If they ended it right there, I'd either be in jail or about to start another fire with a flaming bottle. Like, forget it. Why be good? But they don't end the movie right there. Because that's when the little boy that has nothing, remember this? Because Grandpa Joe's like, if Slugworth wants a gobstopper, he's going to get a gobstopper. And Charlie's just like, you've done enough, old man. And the little boy that has nothing takes out that gobstopper and he puts it on his desk. And my little brother's like, it just got real. He's like, why did he do that? Why didn't he sell that? And I was like, because he's good. And Charlie's walking out, and that's when Willy Wonka goes, Charlie, yeah, Mr. Wonka, Charlie, my boy, you win. Charlie's like, what are you talking about? Do I get chocolate? He's like, chocolate? How about the whole factory? And Charlie's like, what do you mean? Willy Wonka's like, everybody else was a prick. I had to have this contest because you have a heart of gold. Move your family in. Everybody gets a bed. Do you like the Oompa Loompas? I love them. Great. Teach them a new song. One more thing. Press this button. Why? Because we're going to fly through the frickin' sky. I was like, oh my God, when I grow up, I want to be good. Good night. God bless you guys. Be good to each other.
There you have him, you guys. Mr. Steve Simeone. Don't forget to give this happy dude a follow right there. And don't forget to follow me, because I'm happy sometimes, like right now. I'm so happy. I've been your host, Gabriel Iglesias. Don't forget to subscribe. Editor, give me a nice, colorful subscribe button so that people know how to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
Do the fluffy, baby, do the fluffy.
I always pick the handicap stall, you know? I like to I need the extra room to hang out in before I'm in there.
There's a lot of crime over there. Don't stay out late. When the sun goes down, you go down.